Hello everybody, just to make sure we all have our grade books the same and we're going to make our lives easier in the end. Here is how you put in your work completion and classroom behavior. So you put your description here, the grading scale should be life skills, and then the category can be life skills. Some people do have classroom behavior or work completion to choose from. You can pick the corresponding one, or you can just choose life skills and that will work as well. But the first day of the trimester, the last day of the trimester, this will help everybody's get to the bottom. So as we're looking for grades, they're all in the same place. Your value is 4, your weight is 1. It is a summative for the entire trimester. And then you want to make sure you go to learning standards and link the corresponding one. Don't forget to press add. I've done that before. You want to press add. So you need one of those for work completion, one for classroom behavior. Be sure to link that learning standard. So when you're in your gradebook, how will you know you've done it correctly? Classroom behavior and work completion are the last 2 columns you can see on your gradebook at the very far right. They will have a plus sign up at the top to show that they are linked. And when you type into it, you can see it is going to calculate. You can still see this grade you typed in, but it will automatically calculate that with the corresponding letter. So depending on if you are choosing those specific categories like work completion or classroom behavior or just choosing life skills, your colors could look a little different. So if you're just choosing life skills, it's going to look pink like this. If you do have those different categories, as of this year, they now are new colors. Work completion is blue, classroom behavior is gray. But if you just have them as life skills, they should most likely be pink. And then as you're doing other things in your grade book, assessment should be green. So either way you do it, assessment should be green and have that little plus sign linked up at the top if it's an assessment. And then there's also the practice as well. But we're not going to talk about that today. So everybody's should be on the right, linked with numbers here. If you have any questions about that, you can see Jackie, or you can come see me. We are happy to help you. Let's make everybody's life a little bit easier. And if that's all you need to know, you are done with the video. If you are interested in understanding more about putting in a unit score for each one, stay with me. We'll talk about that. So if you want to put in a specific unit score for each one, so I do one for work completion and one for behavior for every unit that I do. So here's my module 9 work completion. So I just attached like for what topic was this, so that way I know as well. And then it also kind of separates it from the overall one as well, giving it that little extra category word there. Now, instead of the life skills, you want to put intermediate. Otherwise, parents cannot see that in Passport because it's not linked. Parents won't see that, so you have to choose intermediate so they can see that as well. And then you're choosing your category. If you don't have the category selections that are different, work completion and classroom behavior, just choose life skills. However, note that if you cannot choose the separate categories, the auto calculate is going to combine both of them together. Your work completion and your behavior is going to all be smashed into one grade in the auto calculate stuff. It should be fixed for next trimester, so fingers crossed for that. We'll make sure it is. So I just put my first day of the unit and the last day. Values 4, weight is 1, and then this time it's formative, and I'm not linking it to any sort of standard. So then in my grade book, I can see, so here was my assessment, here was their behavior, here was their work completion. And it just repeats. So I have my assessment, my behavior, my work completion for each of those. Notice that my behavior and my work completion for the modules do not have the plus sign. My overall ones do because they're linked. These ones do not. And these ones, because we changed it from life skills into, oh, the word left me, into intermediate. That's what the grading scale. It will stay a 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see on my work completion, what I typed in stays as that number, but it does calculate it into the overall, which is what we are looking for. So now in my actual gradebook, this is what that looks like. So you can see for each of my modules, I have their assessment, their behavior, their work completion. So let's say I just went in and I entered in all of my Module 9 information. So these don't actually update by themselves, but there is an average you can use that you just have to go get it. So I just go through and I delete that score, and then I come over here and click on the trimester, and I go to the topic I'm looking for. So I'm in classroom behavior, and when I click on that, it has taken, you can see, so this behavior score, this behavior, this score, and this behavior score, and is automatically putting that as an average. Then I just have to quickly go through and I just round up and down. So just go through and put those in just like that and finish through there. So it doesn't automatically do it. You do still have to each unit update it, but it's really quick. So you just delete that column and then click on your behavior and then quickly do that. And I do like to delete this one just so that this doesn't average into it as well. If you leave it there, it will already have that average. Like if they had a 4 before, and then you can see that changed it. So by not having that there, it's only doing those 3 that I want it to calculate from. So if you have any questions about that, come and see me. I'm happy to help you. Just make sure they are not linked so that we don't get double of our life skills categories.